Welcome back to another fun-filled show. I'm your host. He is Blanchard, aka Free Blanche, aka Blanche Radamas, aka Blanchy Kruger. Today's title is Bliggity Propaganda. Now, this past week, I learned something about Black folks. Black folks have a fond affection for criminals. Black people like criminals. In fact, Black people like anybody that goes against some form of authority. Black people have a rebellious spirit, very rebellious. They hate order and they hate structure. Why? Because order and structure is seen as white, and white is bad. What's up, Jay Will? What's going on? Hope you're having a good evening. Let me jump right into it. Again, today's title is Bliggity Propaganda. Bliggity Propaganda. Well, let's just jump right into it.
Actually more violent, and this is why white people, y'all act like that, because y'all share 90.
Whoa. Oh, here we go. So white people are now chimpanzees. How did these chimpanzees happen to enslave you if they are inferior? Explain that.
You never enslaved. That was a lie.
Oh, that was a lie? Oh, the slave trade never happened?
And not to the extent to which it's lied about.
Educate us. Educate me on that. Go ahead.
So this is what a gorilla looked like when you shave the fur off it. The hand looked just like a Caucasian man's hand. It looked just like you.
This is such garbage. This is absolute trash, man. You don't like white people, do you? A white man invented the internet. A white man invented the phone. A white man invented the automobile. A white man invented the airplane. Explain to me how you're superior.
Look at you. Look at your arms and look at me and look at you. You see how here?
Yeah. Look it over here. It's what's in here that counts, brother.
Again, propaganda. You got Black folks listening to Young Pharaoh, and Young Pharaoh said, if you shave the hair off of a gorilla, the skin looks white. If you ever seen a gorilla up close, and you ever looked at a gorilla, the skin is not white. Black folks just make stuff up. Black people just lie. And they lie because they're arrogant. So they don't even look this stuff up. They don't even check to see if what they're saying is even true. As long as they're going against the white man, it's true. And it's very sad because Satan is going to use that. Satan is going to use you all being upset with the white man against you, like he has for probably almost 200 years now, maybe even longer than that. But I want you to listen to Young Pharaoh's argument and notice how the white guy is telling him factual information, and Young Pharaoh was talking about, bliggity folklore.
Chimps are naturally more violent, and this is why white people, y'all act like that, because y'all share 90.
Whoa. Oh, here we go. So white people are now chimpanzees. How did these chimpanzees happen to enslave you? If they
Think about this for a second. Think about this. Black people's argument is that the white man is more violent than anybody else. But if I go to a non-white country, everybody tells me it's not safe. Black men in this country lead the nation in homicide. That means 6 to 7% of the population accounts for over 50% of the homicides, which is insane. So you all are saying the white man is more violent. Where are you getting that from? Because he invented missiles? Because he invented fighter jets? Because he invented tanks? So what you're saying is he's more violent because he's more industrious. he's more violent because he has more ingenuity. Could you imagine if black people had tanks and fighter jets? Could you imagine? Could you imagine if black people had access to the type of stuff that the U.S. military has? Could you imagine what would happen? Black people are getting military-grade weapons on the streets, and you see what's happening. Death, destruction, and damnation. So the white man is getting penalized because of his ingenuity and because of his industrialness. Okay.
They are inferior. Explain that.
You never enslaved. That was a lie.
Oh, that was a lie? Oh, the slave trade never happened?
And not to the extent to which it's lied about.
Educate us. Educate me on that. Go.
So if the slave trade did not happen to the extent to what everybody's lying about, then why are you mad at the white man? Your only beef with the white man is slavery. That is everybody's go-to. And you remove slavery off the table, they have nothing to talk about. They have nothing to talk about. So my question is, if slavery wasn't that bad, then why are you upset with the white man? Let's continue.
Go ahead.
So this is what a gorilla looked like when you shaved the fur off it. The hand looked just like a Caucasian.
This is a lie. Have any of you all, hold on. Have any of you all ever seen a gorilla up close? Have any of you all ever seen a gorilla up close? It's a lie. They say, well, white people smell like dogs when they get wet. White people smell like dogs when they get wet. And black folks be like, it's true, it's true, it's true. What do black folks smell like when they get wet? Okay, let's just say, for argument's sake, white people smell like dogs when they get wet. What do black people smell like when they get wet? No one's ever even thought about that. No one's ever thought about what people smell like when they get wet. What do Asian people smell like when they get wet? What do Indian people smell like when they get wet? What do Native Americans smell like when they get wet? What do Hispanics smell like when they get wet? What do people smell like when they get wet? You don't care. You just assign the smell to one group of people, which is white people. You never ask what everybody else smells like. Now listen, everybody, individual, has their own unique smell, regardless of race. I don't care who you are, you have a smell. How do you know this? If you're a guy, a girl can say that your smell was left on my pillow. Everybody has a smell. But because you all feel bad about yourself, you want to make sure that white people feel bad about themselves. They smell like dogs when they get wet. What do black folks smell like when they get wet? Nobody even cares.
Man's hand, it looks just like you.
This is such garbage. This is absolute trash, man. You don't like white people, do you? A white man invented the internet. A white man invented the phone. A white man invented the automobile. A white man invented the airplane. Explain to me how you're superior.
Look at you. Look at your eyes and look at me and look at you. You see how here?
Yeah. Look it over here, over here.
Now, I've argued this before. You all are trying to convince me that black people ruled the earth. And then some white people one day came out of a cave and conquered you all. This is what I'm being told. I'm being told that black people ruled the earth, created everything, and then one day some white people on all fours came running out the caves and conquered you all. How is that possible? How could the cave-dwelling Caucasian conquer the mighty kings and queens? How is that possible? You see, young Pharaoh went to name calling because he didn't have anything else to say. And keep in mind, black folks swore by young Pharaoh. But come to find out he was on dope. Come to find out he shot up his baby mama's house. Come to find out he went crazy. because the Bible says to whom much is given, that much more is required. So my question is, how did the primitive white man on all fours in the cave eating raw meat, how did the white man, who you all say only been around for 6,000 years, how did that white man, that beast, how did that white beast on all fours leave the caves and come over and take over the entire planet? How did it happen? Nobody can answer the question. Nobody can ever tell you how these cave-dwelling white people conquer black people. All they can do is point back to slavery, which means that you are inferior to white. You all's whole claim to fame is that white people enslaved you. That means you are inferior. If somebody comes right now and takes over the U.S., that means the U.S. is inferior to whoever's going to take them over. That's how it works. So if you were conquered and enslaved by some primitive, half DNA of a chimp, white people, primate, all this, then you, ma'am and sir, were inferior. But let's continue. Let's continue. Today's title is Bliggity Propaganda, but let's continue. Listen, I'm not laughing at these children. I'm really not. In the comments, everybody was mad because everybody got mad in the comments because the dog didn't get the food. Everybody in the comments was mad because the dog didn't get the food. I said, boy, let me tell y'all something. One thing I know about white people is they do not play about them dogs, especially a puppy. If you mess with them puppies, I don't care if the whole village is starving. If the whole village is starving and that puppy is hungry, you better listen. You better feed the puppy first. That's all I know. If they got, listen, white people will block the aid. If they see a puppy hungry in the village, they will stop all aid. They will say, stop the trucks, stop the helicopters, set them down. Y'all won't get a morsel of food until that puppy is fed. It just played this video because everybody was mad that the puppy didn't get the piece of, I don't know what kind of bird this is, a chicken, I don't know what kind of bird that is, but and then the sound that the little baby made, they was getting mad at the sound. So they got mad at the baby. They got, I'm gonna play it again. Boy, listen. If y'all think that I'm finna claim Africa, you are out of your mind. I don't care what y'all call me and what you all say. I am American. I'll take I'll take what the Moors say. I'll take any narrative you want to give me. I'll take the indigenous narrative. I'll take any narrative, but I am not from Africa. I'm sorry. I'll take all the narratives. I'll take all of them. I ain't taking Africa. I ain't African. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, some indigenous tribes, they are cannibals. Hopefully, I'm not part of one of those tribes, because I know I barely eat meat, so I know I ain't trying to eat no human meat. Come on, pause. Pause. What's up, D-Blade Ford? What's going on? D-Blade Ford, I got my black because I learned this week that black people prefer criminals and crime over everything. So I said, well, let me go ahead and fit in, though. So I got my Black Excellence shirt on. I got my FUBU hat, for us, by us, and I got my black and mild. I also got, you know, I also got some Hennessy. You know, it's almost gone. You know, that's how you know I'm really, that's how you know I'm a bliggity today, because the Hennessy almost gone. But anyway, yeah. TKZ said, would you rather be a bliggity than from Africa? Absolutely. Absolutely. Without hesitation. Absolutely. It's not even a question. If I got to pick America, America all day. Matter of fact, I will pick the slum. Listen, I will pick the slums of America over the best places in Africa. Get mad all you want. I can pick the slums in America over the best place in Africa. Nikki said, I rebuke you and that hen dog. Let's continue. Break the Matrix said, American me, please. I know that's right. I'm sorry, I'm American. Get mad all you want. I'm American. What is this right here? What is this? Now, they say that black people aren't serial killers, but there's a lot of black serial killers. But let's look at one right here. Today's title is Bliggity Propaganda.
The gang. And they fought back.
Oh, not him. I'm gonna wait for him. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me find my boy. Hold on.
Suspect is 26-year-old Michael Terry of Midtown Atlanta, a man with an extensive police record. Terry arrested on Wednesday without incident on his job at this Lithonia tire shop. Atlanta homicide detectives say Terry has confessed to killing these 6 men aged 19 through 32. Richard Williams, Curtis Brown, Alvin George, Jason McCauley, George Willingham, and Darrell Williams. The 6 murdered from last December through October of this year.
They're street hustlers. They appear to hang in areas where gays are normally found, and they appear to do things for money. He would position himself on the city street, and he would wait for somebody to come along and make an offer to him.
The murders were committed in 2.
Now, they told you about Jeffrey Dahmer, but they ain't tell you about this guy, though. 1988.
Himself on the city street, and he would wait for somebody to come along and make an offer to him.
The murders were committed in 2 general areas of Atlanta, the Boulevard section near Georgia Baptist Hospital and the intersection of Ashby Street and MLK, both known cruising areas for male prostitutes. According to police, the murder victims were either stabbed in the neck or shot in the back of the head. 2 of the victims stabbed and shot. All 6 murdered after allegedly having sexual encounters with Terry. The murders taking place in alleyways, abandoned houses, or in vacant lots. Police say all 6 victims were found nude from the waist down.
We have 3 weapons being used, and through the process of elimination and some good police investigative techniques, we were able to take all 6 and see a pattern.
But Mrs. Ella Willingham and family can't understand how 30-year-old murder victim George Willingham fits that pattern. Willingham found shot and stabbed last September behind a Midtown apartment building.
He worked every day and he had a girlfriend. I don't feel like he would have did anything like that for money. That's how I'm feeling about it. I don't think he was that type of person. If it had been a woman, possibly, yes. But with another man, no.
At this point, police say Michael Terry is not linked to any other unsolved gay-related murders. Next week, Atlanta police and Fulton County District Attorney Louis Slayton seek to formally charge Michael Terry with 6 counts of murder. Bob Serkin, Channel 2 Action News at Atlanta Police Homicide.
Ma'am.
Family can't understand how 30-year-old murder victim George Willingham fits that pattern. Willingham found shot and stabbed last September behind a Midtown apartment building.
Ma'am, he was on the down low too. There's no reason for this guy that you say is a family man, working man, to be in that area behind some building. So, ma'am, he was on the down low too. That's how they was getting caught up. You go to any place where there is a lot of black people, there is a high concentration of homosexuals and prostitution. High. It's very high.
And see a pattern.
But Mrs. Ella Willingham and family can't understand how 30-year-old murder victim George Willingham fits that pattern. Willingham found shot and stabbed last September behind a Midtown apartment building.
Listen, y'all. The man was down low. This was before down low was popular. Because down low wasn't really popular, see, this is 1988. So folks would have rather died than get exposed. So this guy, this serial killer, he was able to do what he wanted to do. Like because wasn't really nobody going to investigate. Like he was just, people just found with their pants off in the alley. Like, I mean, but he was a literal serial killer down low. And he would sleep with these men and then kill them.
He worked every day and he had a girlfriend. I don't feel like he would have did anything like that for money. That's how I'm feeling about it. I don't think he was that type of person. If it had been a woman, possibly, yes. But with another man, no.
Well, first of all, ma'am, he wasn't doing it for money. He was probably paying the guy. The guy was posing as a male prostitute, and the strips were Ashby, over there by Ashby, and over there, MLK. I forgot the locations. Oh, yeah, Boulevard over there by Ashby. You know, known prostitution spots, ma'am. So your brother or whoever he is, your family member, Willingham, he was down low. That's all. You know. But that's black culture, though. They're going to lie to the end. You know good and well that man was on down low. You know good and well he was on the down low.
FEMA check. Yeah, I got my FEMA check. Did you get your FEMA check? Yeah, I got my FEMA check. Well, tell me what you spend it on. I'll tell you what I spend it on. Girl, tell me what you spend it on. Yeah, well, the hurricane came and flooded my whole block. It took away my house and my new drop top. And then I got the check that the government sent. Man, this ain't even enough to pay my rent. So I bought me a phone but can't get no calls. Then I bought me some rims but don't got no car. Then I bought me a couch but don't got no house. Man, this FEMA check money chump change, no doubt. And then I got a GameCube when I didn't buy it. Right place, right time. Everybody started a riot. Everybody got some loot, and so I thought, hell, might as well. Hopped out the store with a set of spree wheels. President Bush came to my town. Had everybody waiting when he touched down. He came empty-handed with nothing to give. So I threw a bottle at him and I got arrested. And then I made bail and I went to my mama's. Would you believe my mama's living out of the Honda? So
So she made a song about the FEMA check wasn't enough. So she had to go robbing and stealing. And they was waiting on Bush. But when Bush showed up, he didn't have nothing. Black culture. The FEMA check wasn't enough, so now we got to go robbing and stealing. Somebody said from 2005 to 2007, I didn't leave Biloxi. They spelled Biloxi wrong. I should have went off to college in 2005, but stayed for 2 years amidst the destruction. You should have left. That was yours. I'm going to be honest with y'all. People talk about Katrina all they want. Katrina was a blessing for a lot of people because it got them up out of New Orleans. Katrina was a blessing for a lot of people because it got them up out of New Orleans. And that's a fact. People's lives got tremendously blessed by Katrina. I know folks that cashed big FEMA checks. I know people that cashed some big FEMA checks. Let's continue. Let's continue.
22-year-old Tyson Brantley is upfront about getting out of gang life, but that has turned out to be easier said than done.
It jumped me. I was walking to the store.
A few days after you were shot?
Yeah, 2 days after.
Brantley says he got robbed at this location not far from his home in northwest Atlanta in August. A couple of days earlier, he says he was pushed into a car at gunpoint at this Atlanta apartment complex and driven elsewhere.
Get me out of the car, he's pistol with me and moved me away from his car, shoot me in my leg.
Atlanta police say Antiba Daniel, who was with another man, Big Dog, pulled the trigger. APD identified them as members of the gang Sex, Money, Murder, or Mob, who retaliated against Tyson when he said he wanted out.
I just realized that nobody was really loyal to me like they said they were. So I had moved myself from the situation.
Police hope a $2,000 Crime Stoppers reward will lead them to arrest Antiba Daniel. Were they family to you?
They said they were, but they really weren't.
Brantley is now back home with his real family, his mom and dad, after a few years of gang life.
Well, just pushing him to keep doing the right things and don't, waver and feel like you have to go back and backslide.
Which the 22-year-old says won't happen because he has a 6-month-old daughter now and education and job prospects.
You can get out. Like, you can change your life around no matter how low you are. It's not too late.
So he said he wanted out the gang and they beat him up. No, they beat him up, shot him, then came back and beat him up again. But this is what they are saying is not crime. They're saying this kind of crime don't exist. Somebody's trying to leave the gang and he gets beat up and shot and beat up multiple times and robbed. But y'all tell me they're only doing this because of the white man. They're only acting this way because of slavery. Only because of slavery, right? The white man, right? Trump, right? It's Trump's fault, right? This man can't even leave the gang without getting shot and jumped. But y'all mad at Trump, though. Trump doing too much. Okay. Okay.
Man, okay. You have to top your head there, little man. Okay. All right, you're just a little man, but you gotta do it.
Hey, what are you doing all of this for?
We're checking you out, man.
Your dog, man.
How old are you, young man?
Well, dang. How many times have you asked me this?
You're gonna get yourself in trouble one of these days, aren't you? Huh? What do they call you, young man? What do they call you?
Chip.
Chip? What's this, dude? What's that? Been smoking the chronic?
No.
You got any tattoos, Chip?
Yep.
The office.
What is all of this for?
We're just checking you out, man.
That ain't right.
No.
What ain't right?
Ain't wrong.
It's all good, man, all right?
Yeah.
Officers know that each of the gangs has a characteristic tattoo.
Right there.
Stand by.
Mother? Come say no.
I can go by.
Mama. Tell her to go,
Stand by. Mother? Do you know the young man? The young ones, 12, 13 years old, they're trying to prove themselves, so they'll go out, they'll put in the work because they know nothing's going to happen to them. So his role models are the gang members out here. And with that in mind, his destiny is total failure.
Both boys were taken to the Los Padrinos juvenile facility and held pending an investigation. Less than a month after his release, the boy called Chip was murdered in a gang-related drive-by shooting.
So that young man that you saw right there, 12 years old, he was murdered. But black folks don't do this though. Black folks aren't this violent. They wouldn't shoot 12-year-olds. They wouldn't do that. A leader in the Hoover criminal gang was sentenced to 15 years in prison today for ordering fellow gang members to murder a suspected rival gang member. Markel. No, this ain't it. Oh, that was something else. I'm sorry. Just trying to find an article. It's all the stuff on Instagram. But anyway, this little boy was shot, 12 years old. Now imagine a month after this was taken, this I guess filmed, he was killed. Now they'll get mad at Trump. They'll get mad at the police. They'll get mad at the white man. They'll get mad at slavery. But what they won't get mad at is this little boy getting killed by some grown men. Just getting shot up. He looks so innocent, but we know he wasn't innocent. We know he probably was a terror in the streets because looking like he looked and that little innocent face, he was terrorizing carrying guns and everything else. But Little Chipmunk was killed at 12. Another little young boy, name was Yum Yum in Chicago. Yum Yum in Chicago, he was murdered. I remember reading this as a child. What's that young man's name? Yum Yum is a young man killed, executed. That's his name. His name was Robert Sandifer. And I want you to see him. I want you to see him just so I can. I remember seeing this as a child and just it made national news because they executed him. Trying to find a good picture for you all. Yeah, we know she got it, and Brenda knows she's got a baby. Yeah, she knows she got it. Yeah, she knows she got it, and Brenda knows she got a baby. The only known picture of 11-year-old gang member Robert Yummy Sanderford. In 1994, he was sent on a mission to kill a rival gang member, but hit 14-year-old Siobhan Dean by accident, fatally wounding her. Yummy went on the run and was later executed by his fellow gang members. Hope you all can see this. You can see him. Now, you know, black folks say this don't happen. After committing murder, theft, and armed robbery, he was murdered by his own fellow gang members who feared Sandiford could become a snitch and expose their criminal activities to authorities if he were arrested. Coverage of Sandiford's death and retrospectives on his short, violent life were widely published in the American media. Sandiford became a symbol of a gang problem in America inner cities, the failure of social safety nets, and the shortcomings of the juvenile justice system. He was 4'6", and he was a member of the BDs, the Black Disciples, and I think which later became the Black Gangster Disciples, I think. Let me see. Robert Sandiford was born in Chicago, Illinois on March 12, 1983. Sandiford's mother, Lorena Sandiford, had over 30 arrests while prostituting, many of which were drug-related. Sandiford's father, Robert Atkins, was absent throughout Sandiford's life due to incarceration for a felony gun charge. Sandiford was physically abused from the time he was an infant. Before he was 3 years old, Sandiford was already known to the Illinois Department of Children and Family Services. Physical examination showed that Sandiford was alleged to have had cigarette burns on his arms and neck, as well as linear bruising consistent with physical beatings. Lorena initially blamed the abuse of Sandiford's father, although she later recanted. In 1987, Sandiford and his siblings were removed from his mother's home by DCFS and were sent to live with his grandmother in the Rosen neighborhood of Chicago. His grandmother's residence contained as many as 19 children on some occasions. By most accounts, his grandmother's home was not much better than Sandiford's previous home. By the age of 8, Sandiford quit attending school and began to roam the streets, stealing cars and breaking into houses. At the age of 10, Sandiford was arrested on charges of armed robbery. A psychological examiner at the time reported that Robert is a child growing up without any encouragement and support, and that he has a sense of failure that has infiltrated almost every aspect of his inner self. It's a very powerful statement. I'll read that again. Robert is a child growing up without any encouragement and support, and that he has a sense of failure that has infiltrated almost every aspect of his inner self. In 1993, Sandiford and his siblings were removed from his grandmother's home and were sent to the Lawrence Hall DCFS shelter on Chicago's north side, from which Sandiford ran away and never returned. From 1993 until his death, Sandiford's whereabouts and living arrangements were unclear, although he continued to be arrested by the authorities. Murder of Siobhan Dean. On August 28, 1994, Sandiford's gang associates ordered him to ambush their rivals as an initiation test, since his age made him less conspicuous. He opened fire several times with a 9mm semi-automatic pistol, striking several youths. Sandiford quickly fled the scene. Among his victims was a 14-year-old girl, Siobhan Dean, who was fatally hit by a stray bullet. After the shooting, the police were looking for Sandiford, who was hiding with gang members in his neighborhood. On August 31st, 1994, while standing on a neighbor's porch, after trying to call his grandmother and asking for prayers as he was going to turn himself in, Sandiford was met by brothers Craig Hardaway, 16, and Derek Hardaway, 14, who were both members of the Black Disciple street gang. Sandiford was told he was being taken to a safe location out of town and ordered into a waiting car. Instead, he was taken to a railroad underpass at the east 108th Street and South Dolphin Avenue and told to get on his knees. While kneeling, Sandiford was shot twice in the back of the head by the two Hardaway brothers. Sandiford's body was discovered by the Chicago Police Department in the early morning hours of September the 1st, 1994. Around 400 people attended Sandiford's funeral, which was held at the youth center of the Church of God in Christ on Chicago's north side. The only photo that his family could find of him was a mugshot. The two Hardaway brothers were later convicted of Robert Sandifer's murder. Derek received a 45-year sentence, and Craig received a 60-year sentence. Derek was released from prison in 2016. Craig was released from prison in December 2020. So these kind of tragic tales exist in the Black community, and instead of saying that it's wrong and something has to be done, they blame white people. This is going to be the downfall of humanity, being a victim. This little boy had a horrendous life, horrible, and it just ended with him getting executed. Did he ever have a chance? I don't know. But he went to a group home and he ran away. So did he have a chance? Yes, he had a chance. Did the system offer him a chance? Yes, the system offered him a chance. They took him out of his grandmother's home and put him in a place where he would at least get education, food, and shelter and clothing at the bare minimum, and activities to enrich his self-esteem. Paul said, nobody marched to stop the violence. Right. No rioting to stop the violence, no marching. You notice everybody knows where the drug dealers live, where the gang members are. And when all of this stuff goes down, they never go confront them. Now, if a police officer shoots and kills somebody Black, they know where to go. They go to the stores to tear them up. They get to robbing and looting, stealing, pillaging, and plundering, stealing flat screens and bundles. They know where to go when the police kill somebody. But when the murders happen in their community every single day, when the drugs are being sold every single day, when the community is being terrorized every single day, and they know who's doing it, they never go and tear up the person selling his drugs. They never go tear up the trap house. They never go to where the gangs hang out and blow up the spot. They never do that. But if the white man does something, and it's an immediate reaction, it's sick. It's sick. It's actually sick and disgusting. I know. I'm a coon. I'm a seller. I know. I got it. I know. Now the cops running. I want you to listen. Now, the young lady from DC said, or from Miami, being a police officer in DC, she said that the streets are not like a combat zone. The streets are not like a war zone. Well, let's see. So the police getting up out of there. Now they tell you that, no, you got to handle the streets different. The streets not like a war zone. You got to handle the streets different. Okay. You see the police running, right? That's how the streets handle the police. It's Chicago. You mad at Trump, but the police running. Man, Chicago ain't that bad, man. Chicago ain't that bad. But then you get on a song and brag about how bad it is. They get on TV and say, man, Chicago's a wonderful city. It's not that bad. They get on a song talking about we need to get some more hats. Everybody dying. You get on the podcast and tell the truth. Notice that on them podcasts, man, they be getting smoked every day. Man, people be getting shot. All they catching is hats out there in Chicago. Get on TV. Man, Trump tripping, man. It ain't even that bad out here, man. There's good Black folks out here. I don't listen to Black people at all. At all. Because they lie. At
some point, we're going to have to stop it, gang. You feel me? Like, and I'm willing to put my life on the line to stop it. I don't even supposed to be. When the guys see this, they finna be like, this is crazy. Like, we're on the other side now.
Yes, sir.
You say what?
My mom, it took me a while to come down here, man. But you know what, bro? Them told me, like, you know, we doing this fish for real, this for fake, you know?
100%.
But if you really know the history of these neighborhoods, like we always been, the Joneses, the Henrys, the McDaniels, the what, like it always been like that, you feel me? So it's like, I'm not gonna even lie to you. Oh, my mama wants to come.
My brother Nook, man, like we been through some stuff, man, you feel me, together or whatever. And we always been a part of, you know, each other. You know, we come from the same land, they from under the way. But it's like a lot was going on with us, and you know, we put that to the side, man. You know, like we building, like we been building it. And never get it twisted. It's been hard for both of us. You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we always was together before any of the bull. But when the bull transpired, it was a lot going on. So we just had to man up and come back to our regular senses and know that we better together than apart. You see what I'm saying? So, man, I just like to, you know what I'm saying, say, bro.
You know what? I ain't gonna even lie. Like I still can't believe I'm even down here.
For sure.
Like, you know what? It started from us being down here. I used to stay a lot of Little Road, all them was my boys. I used to be in their cribs and everything, you feel me? But it's like, man, you know, down the line, a couple people lost, we lost, they lost. But I'm here to tell them, listen, I appreciate y'all for having me. Like, this is honest to God truth. This is no, it take real pride to do something like this. I'm not doing this shit for fake. I'm doing it for real.
For sure.
You feel me? This is me putting my whole life on the line to really show them, all of y'all brothers, on make like everybody out there that is like, at some point we gonna have to stop it, gang. You feel me? Like, and I'm willing to put my life on the line to stop it. I don't even supposed to be. When the guys see this, they finna be like, this is crazy. Like,
but they
you
know
feel
it's
me?
like,
but they know it's like.
It's real.
It's love with them too, though. But it's like
For
this.
sure.
It be like this sometimes, right? A lot of we want to do this type of stuff. It's just they pride in the way, and they don't want to be the ones to say, "Hey, we throwing in the flag. We don't." I'm the one to say, "Hey, look, we don't want to do it."
Because at the end of the day,
like, come on, bro. You feel me? At the end of the day, we lose it too much, gang. Like, when we going? Hey, I was just downtown with the Venezuelans, the Mexicans, and the like. Go look at my page, bro. I ain't doing this for fake, bro. I'm doing it on the whole unity movement, not just for us, the trenches, for the whole city. Like, when we gonna come together? At what point what y'all wanna?
See, here goes the problem with this unity thing. This is why it's never going to work. Because they're unifying based on what, though? They're unifying based on what? They're not unifying because of a righteous cause. They're unifying because they believe the white man wants them to do this. This is why these movements and truces never work. They never work because the intent behind them are always wrong. It's always a bad intent. It's never a righteous intent. You all should be doing this because it's wrong. And I guarantee you talk to them long enough, they're going to bring up the police, the white man, the government. That's why this stuff never works, because black folks don't want to be accountable. They never want to just say, I'm doing this because I wanted to do it and I was wrong for it. There's always, man, they want us to do this. The white man doing this, they put the jail. Why would they want it? No. If you truly want to have change, you got to accept all responsibility. Tierra said, oh no, Ms. Gray said they promise they can be activists and make money too. Of course. Because they have immediate credibility because they're criminals. And black people love criminals. That's what I might change the title to. Black people love criminals. But again, the intent's always wrong, because the motivation is to do something that you believe that the white man doesn't like versus doing it because you want to do what God wants you to do. And that's the problem. Going against the white man versus submitting to Christ. That's the problem. And it's never going to work. It's never going to work, ever. Never.
Just keep killing. What we gonna do? Teach the next gen they sons, my sons to gangbang and kill each other. What we gonna do? What type of idiotic stuff is that, bro? Like, for whatever man stand on to that type of principle, that's poison enough to, like, that's almost treason, bro. Like, what I'm gonna teach my son to gangbang against them? They gonna teach their kids to gangbang against them? Like,
it ain't gonna work. Because the intent is wrong. The intent is not honorable. It's not, and it's never gonna work. You gotta do it because you want to be in right standing with God. I'm gonna show y'all a real prison. Here go a real prison. This is the new El Salvadorian mega prison. It can hold up to 40,000 inmates. You see these inmates? This is prison. Now this is prison. Ain't no cell phones. This is prison right here. They said that El Salvador, they said in 2022, El Salvador's Congress responded to a spike in gang-related murders, temporarily suspending some constitutional rights. This allows the police to arrest suspects without a warrant, and detainees no longer have the right to a lawyer. So the El Salvadorian government said, if y'all want to do all this killing, then guess what? The Constitution don't apply to you. If you all want to do all of this killing, the Constitution don't apply to you. Some may say that's wrong. Some may say I understand. But the El Salvadorian government said, if y'all gonna do all this killing, that don't apply to y'all. Because y'all got a new set of rules you want to live by. Y'all want to kill everybody. So guess what? We're gonna treat it as an act of war now. We're gonna wage war against the gangs. The government says the country's homicide rate has fallen 57% since the crackdown. But human rights activists, organizations say innocent people have been caught up in the new policy. Still, the anti-gang push is popular among Salvadorians. Yeah, because the streets are safe. Listen, man, nothing is going to be perfect. And no one is perfect. So 57% drop in homicide is good. But you know, when all these homicides, you know, they kill innocent people too, right? You know, they're not just killing other gangs, they kill innocent people too. Now, I can't say I agree with the Constitution being in violation, but I understand. I understand that if you all want to do all this killing and terrorizing the country, it's really an act of war, honestly. I saw, speaking of Bliggity Propaganda, I saw a video by Marquette. Let me find it in my history. Here we go. Now I want y'all to brace yourselves for this show. And you know, I thought it was hilarious. Now he said he wants you all to support it because it costs a lot of money to make it. It cost him a lot of money to make it. So y'all can see it. Okay, so this is Marquette Devon Burton, and this is, y'all probably know him as Saints and Sinners. Peace to the Saints. That's his little thing. But he got a new series coming out, Burton Plantation TV show, episode 1. Now he said he spent a lot of money on this. Oh yeah, my bad. Hold on, my bad. You're right. Thank you. JV Chanel. Thank you so much. Thank you. Almost forgot. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. That ain't it. Hold on. That ain't it. Hold on. Where is... I'm looking for a video because he is buying the school, and I had a video of him talking about it, but I don't see it.
Bullet holes in me. You see.
Yeah, he's supposedly buying the school. And I wish I don't know why I don't have that video. Oh, I got it. Now I got it.
Wilmington put a notice on the door handle of both of our schools, informing me that if we don't pay the past due vacant property registration fees, they will sell our campus.
My understanding is that Dr. Umar owes approximately $38,000 US dollars. I will write the check for, $40,000 or so, however many dollars it is, in exchange for control of one of those buildings. There would be nothing worse than you missing the opportunity that I'm offering for us to save your project, save the valuable dollars donated by the people who support you. And if you don't take my offer and you allow the school to go to the hands of those you would consider the enemy, this will be probably the end of your social media career and your ability to raise capital. So I just want it to be known to the public, and please do share this because it's sincere. Don't miss this opportunity. You have a chance to save your school.
So what Marquette is trying to do here is he's trying to purchase Umar Johnson's grift. So think about this from a practical sense. If you bailed me out and saved my schools, 2 buildings, which the buildings were given to him by the city. He didn't purchase those buildings. He didn't. Those buildings were because they were vacant. So the city will give you the buildings if you keep them up. He didn't get charged for those buildings. Trust me, he did not. Anyway, so what Marquette is saying is, I'll give you 40,000 as long as I get one of the buildings. But what he's really saying is, I'm going to buy your grift. Because we all know that if he purchases Umar Johnson's school and bails him out, Umar Johnson is done. He's done. And then everybody's going to look at Marquette to follow. But he's done. Yeah, yes, Marquette is what they call a grifter. Yes, he is. But he's trying to buy Umar Johnson's grift. Because if he buys the building, Umar Johnson, his brand is destroyed. Because he's the King Kong of consciousness. He's the Prince of Pan-Africanism. So his whole brand is destroyed if he got bailed out by another man. So what Marquette is trying to do is he's trying to take over the Umar space, much like everybody's scrambling to subvert Nick Fuentes. This is why people are talking about him all the time, because he has an actual organic following, and so is Umar Johnson. Umar Johnson can do this grip that he's doing for the rest of his life with no problem. Umar Johnson actually has an organic following. I'm not saying they're the brightest, students in the class, but he has an organic following. And you can't beat an organic grassroots following because they're loyal to the death. And so that's what Marquette is doing here. He's trying to take over his grift. But this is his show right here. And if you all want to know who Marquette is, let me give you a little intro to who he is. Let me let you know who he is right here. He has a video where he tells you who he is.
But who are you to teach me how to deal with reality? Who am I? I'm the genuine article. I'm the one that actually started in the mud and got to the mountaintop. You can read about it in a book called The Black Box, which you can find on Amazon. Didn't once pick up any marijuana, didn't use any drug, never sipped alcohol, never even sipped coffee. The one who stayed straight edge the whole way, guided by God, is all you could say. Because there's no way in hell your mama's a dope fiend, your dad's a dope seller, all your friends are dope dealers and dope users, and somehow you walk through that fire and come out unscathed. Yeah, I can tell you how to win. I can tell you how to walk through fire because I lived in it.
So that's who Marquette is, in case you all are wondering. Now let's look at his TV show called Burton Plantation TV show, episode 1. Today's title is Bliggity Propaganda. Now, Marquette's very peculiar because he doesn't like the white man, but he loves white women. I don't know how that works, but yeah, go figure. Man.
Master Burton.
Now, so let me stop right here. So what's funny is, okay, so the white man used the Bible to justify slavery. So they hate the Bible. But the Muslim Arabs didn't use the Quran to justify their slavery. You see how that works? They're mad at the Bible, but not the Quran. And there was more people with the Quran enslaving black folks than there was anybody else. But go figure. But so he's trying to, let me just play it. Let me just play it. Why y'all keep saying something ain't right? Y'all, everybody keeps saying suspect, something ain't right. What do y'all see I don't see? Kofi said, filmed on a Motorola Razor, boy, you ain't lying. Kofi, you ain't lying. But let's continue. Let's continue.
Master Burden. You'll enjoy these three. The two might be past their prime, but the young one makes up for it. Master Burden. Perhaps you need a good bed winch. I assure you this one is well seasoned and trained.
I haven't a need for a bed winch. Bed winches are not for needs. They've always been for wants. What I need is a strong albino to work the fields.
Notice, now think about the psychology behind this. Think about the psychology behind how he views white people. Look how he's acting. Because essentially, he's acting white. Look how much respect and esteem he gives to the white character. Look how dignified he makes the white character. Look, he's reversing this whole slavery thing, even though black folks own slaves. But look how much he's given to the slave master position. This is hilarious. Now, of course, he's a bliggity. Yes, he's a bliggity. And you're right, Miss Graves. This is his fantasy. Somebody said, fire the video editor. I mean, it's just horrible. But I mean, he put his money into it, so you know. I'm mad at the white folks who did this movie or this TV show. That's what I'm upset with. Y'all should be y'all are a disgrace to the white race. A disgrace.
Good. Strong. Obedient.
Obedient? Well, they're all obedient. A man of your means could take the entire lot.
Do I get a deal if I buy in bulk?
But of course.
Yo, listen. Okay, I'm gonna stop stopping. I'm sorry. But isn't this kind of weird though? Like, isn't this almost like this is a fantasy or a fetish? This is just like, am I tripping? Of course he paid these white people. Of course he paid them. He had to. Isn't this kind of weird though? Like, kind of, I don't know. It's real beta. It's real beta energy. It's like, I don't know. It's just kind of cringy. Because it's like he's almost getting off on this. And you know, black folks are so pathetic. Man, this show is good. This should be on Netflix. Oh my goodness. Oh, you got talent, man. You know, black folks are, you can't ask black folks nothing. Nothing. That's why during slavery, they had that sheet of paper because you couldn't trust. Listen, you couldn't trust. None that came out of a black person's mouth. They had that sheet of paper here. No, we ain't listening to you. Give me that paper. I don't blame them because black folks will literally say anything. Man, this is great cinematography. It was beautifully shot. You know, they horrible, disgusting. Right, flaxseed. It is made for Tubi. Black folks love this though.
Lord, the sun don't care who it burns.
Ain't that the first? There's a place beyond sweet and cool.
There better be shade and some new fresh pair of shoes.
I love this plantation. Master is so handsome, and the house is so beautiful too, and the gardens.
Child, you gonna stink of onions, thinking to never leave you. You gonna go to sleep in it. You gonna wake up in it.
Ain't Lambert's hair so pretty? Sure is.
If you'd pick onions as fast as you talk, you'd be all right.
Don't worry, Jesus is gonna come and set this world right. With all the problems like slaves running away and all these bugs. I can't wait to see Jesus' heavenly black face. Hair like white wool and eyes of flame of fire. Feet like brown bronze. His face is sunshine.
Girl, you look up at that sun, you're gonna go blind.
He coming back, and when he do, he taking us all home. Amen.
Boy.
Gather under the righteous banner. Today we gather under the righteous banner of the Lord. And I tell you, as surely as the stars shine over the land, the order of the world is not ours to choose, but God's to decide. Ephesians, slaves, obey your earthly masters with fear and trembling, with a sincere heart as you would Christ.
Hallelujah.
You might question.
Let me step in as he uncontextually talks about these scriptures. So again, back in the day, people were indebted. People used their labor to live. So people labored to get food and shelter and clothing. There wasn't a monetary exchange all the time. So when he's talking about slavery, he's talking about indentured servants being indebted, so on and so forth. This is not talking about slavery. But even if it was, if you are doing something, then you should be doing it like you are doing it for the Lord. So even if it's in context, you should still be putting your best foot forward with whatever you do. So that means if you are a slave because you made some choices to become a slave, if you are a slave, then be the best slave you can be. So, but he's trying to paint this picture that they use the Bible to justify slavery. And you can look this up. The slave Bible is only 20% of the Bible. So 80% of the Bible that slaves read was gone. So again, the reason why they had a slave Bible is because slaves could read. I'll say it again. The reason why they had a separate Bible, they had a slave Bible and a regular Bible. They had a separate Bible. There was 20% of the regular Bible. They had a separate Bible because slaves could read. Okay, so again, a lot of misconceptions about slavery, but let's just go ahead and just let him. Well, yeah, Paul, be all you can be because you're working for the Lord, right? I'm working for Jesus. So if I'm working for Jesus, I'm going to be the best cotton picker I can be. If my reward is in heaven, then I should be down here dedicating my services to Christ. So I should be praying for my enemies, praying for those that despitefully use me. I'm just saying.
Why is it the white man is made to toil under the black man? Why do pale hands blister while the black hands bear rings? Proverbs 3 and 5. Lean not on your own understanding. Lean not on your own understanding, but seek God's wisdom rather than your limited albino mind. Our Lord God set this divine order from the beginning. When Noah cursed Canaan, he cursed a lineage, and just as the Hebrews serve, so too must you fulfill a season. And I love you, not as an equal, but as a soul entrusted in my care. Serve me well, and the Lord shall reward you. And if you defy me, you defy not me. You defy him. You defy God.
Praise God.
You know what's funny? You know what the irony is in this? The irony is, in this world or this alternate universe, that the white people are actually the chosen people. The irony of making this and making yourself, you're not the chosen people anymore. Now everything is about white people. So the very Bible that he's holding in his hand is talking about white people. That very Jesus in this universe is white, because everything is flipped, right? So that means that the white people are the ones that are favored after God, and Burton, black people aren't. I'm just saying. Kobe said, I hope there's a Django in the Burton plantation. I hope there's a white Django coming. Let's continue. This is so bad.
Genesis chapter 1, verse 28. God commands us to be fruitful and to multiply, to replenish the earth and to subdue it, and to have dominion over all things that moveth upon the earth. May our bloodline prosper until the day that Jesus returns. To the Burton family, would you believe my boy outran that pale sprinter over at Washington Plantation? The kid has feet of fire, blood of royalty. We can agree that if you beat a white in a foot race, you're really something. I mean, after all, they're talented, but they're talented of the body, not of the mind. Vanilla gorillas.
These albinos, they're really savages.
I'm sorry. These guys looking real zesty. I'm sorry. I got to say it. I got to say it. These guys in this show are looking real suspect. Real suspect. I'm talking about these dudes is looking real suspect. This is, I don't know, man. This is not, the whole vibe of this thing is cringy, man. The whole vibe is it's just weird. It's just a weird, creepy vibe.
If you let them. The key is to make them fear you. really feel you deep in the heart and in the psyche. For a plantation to run like a dream, the master must be a slave's worst nightmare.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound to save the rain.
Abigail, dining room's a mess. Tend to it.
But Master, today is Lord's Day. We get the day off.
You're right. It is the Lord's Day.
No! Master, she's just a child.
She's a slave.
No, Master, no! Don't do it! No!
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done.
Now, now I want you to think about Black people taking the moral high ground when it comes to white people. So you would think in this depiction, he would have made himself a moral character, but he didn't. You would have think his point would have been to prove that Black people aren't actually like you all. And if we had you all as slaves, we would be nice to you. We would treat you right. But notice, he's even making himself worse than a normal slave, because think about it. Nobody's going to buy slaves and just shoot them. Nobody's going to just buy slaves and just beat them. They cost too much money. You got to feed the slaves. You got to clothe the slaves. You got to take care of the slaves. You're not going to make that much of an investment just to kill them and beat them. It doesn't make any sense. If you beat them, they can't work. If you kill them, they can't work. Then what's the point? So they've made white people evil and savage beyond logic. If a person has a farm today, they're not going to start shooting animals that don't want to do what they're told. They've made too much of an investment. But again, you would have thought that he would have made this and showed the compassion and humanity that Black people are believed to have. Nope. Instead, he's worse than white people. She got one warning and got shot. She didn't get beat, nothing. She got killed.
Ephesians chapter 5, verse 6. Servants, be obedient to them that are your masters according to the flesh, with fear and trembling.
Approved. Approved.
And singleness of your heart, as unto Christ. As unto Christ. It is ungodly for a slave to disobey their master. May God forgive your soul. Hi, I'm Marquette Devon Burton, the producer and writer of Burton Plantation, here with Jabrizi, our director and cinematographer. We wanted to take out some time to share.
So what do you all think of it? What do you all think about it? Oh yeah, Catcher Freeman. So what do you all think about him being the director, writer, producer, such a narcissist, and then Jabrizi doing the cinematography? What do you all think of it? I thought it was trash. I gave it a D- only because he actually did it. So I gave him credit for actually doing it. But as far as what it was trash, just bliggity propaganda. Pamela said -0. TK Z9000 says straight zest and lame acting. Boo. Rotten Tomatoes. I don't watch Tubi. Nikki says, did he do his own stunts? Right, Top Vic. This is horrible. And it's just propaganda. I often laugh at Marquette, but the whole thing was cringe, and it was poorly done, and it was just whack. It was just basic. It was a black script. It was the typical black script, typical Tyler Perry script, typical knee slapper lines, no real depth in the characters, just so shallow and surface level. Oh, it's just horrible. It's just horrible. That's just typical black entertainment. Very low vibrational. But you would have thought he would have treated the slaves better to prove that black folks weren't like white people, but he didn't. But let's continue. Let's continue. Let's continue. Let's get back to the propaganda. Let's get back to the propaganda.
Is down for the brothers. Trump let such and such out, and he goes for the kingpins. And that was smart politics for him. If you pardon Lil Wayne
Kodak
before
Black.
his sentences, Kodak Black, let Big Meech home, and others like that, Harry O, hey, you gonna get some votes from the black men. And sure enough,
I said, you saying he going for the street cred?
Yeah, there you go. He going for the street cred. Yeah, but he got some votes. Right. He got 28% of the black men vote.
Now, I want you to think about this, right? Think about Judge Mathis claiming to be pro-black. And he's saying that black men only voted for Trump because he was pardoning criminals. Remember, I've been saying that black people love criminals and they love crime. So is what Judge Mathis saying true? I don't think it's true, because most of the black men that were interviewed that I saw did not mention any celebrities being released from prison. In fact, I can't think of one person that said, I'm voting for Trump because he released such and such from prison. I didn't see anybody say that. So where did he get that from? So Judge Mathis is wanting you to believe that 28% of the black male vote went to Trump, the highest number ever, because he released people from prison. You mean to tell me black men are that stupid and that slow and that dumb and that shallow? Is that what you're saying, Judge Mathis? Is that what the pro-black Judge Mathis is saying? Are you saying, Judge Mathis, that black men were only motivated to vote for Trump because he was releasing criminals from prison? Real Talk Nikki said, what criminals did he pardon? Well, I don't know. They said, excuse me, they said Kodak Black. Well, I guess he pardoned people that were serving time. I don't know. I know Kwame Kilpatrick. We know Angela Stanton King. I mean, he pardoned a few people, but but it's just funny to me that he's telling y'all that he's pro-black, but he's also saying that black men are stupid. That's what he's saying. He's saying black men are dumb, stupid, and shallow. And everybody on the podcast is laughing like some dummies because they're none the wiser because we know black folks struggle with context. But Judge Mathis is saying that Trump freed kingpins and drug dealers to get the black male vote, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And I used to like Judge Mathis, but what I've found these past 5 years, that all of my heroes have been really my enemies.
The highest ever in history, because he told me he had some gym shoes made that they'll like. I got you some gold gym shoes. I know you like flashy shit, and I know you like gym shoes. And
not one single black person I know bought them ugly Trump shoes. Again, he's saying that black men are shallow and dumb and low vibrational and uneducated. That's what he's saying. Nobody I know bought them ugly Trump shoes. Nobody. Trump did not make those shoes for black people. Black folks are so narcissistic and disgusting. But listen to Judge Mathis. It's crazy how when you start really seeing the truth, how pathetic these black folks really are. How just utterly disgusting and pathetic they are. To say that black men voted for Trump because he got rappers and drug dealers out of jail and made some shoes.
look at my mugshot. I got a mugshot just like y'all. We together. We down. We on the street. I'll be down there with y'all in a minute. I think I might do a little slinging. You might catch Trump down on the street slinging. I'm telling you.
Did Trump never said, look at me, I got a mugshot. He said, and he's right, he said black people are identifying with me because of the mugshot. Trump didn't say that. Black folks said that. Black folks said we can relate to Trump. Black folks said that, not Trump.
That man will do what he got to do to win his people.
I'd rather my 40 acres than you letting go guilty people. I'd rather my 40 acres than you. If you want to give out something, that's what he can give out.
And leave it to a black woman to interject and have nothing of substance to talk about. I want my 40 acres of the mule. He can let them guilty people, let them stay in prison. Today's title is Bliggity Propaganda. Bliggity Propaganda.
Like, my best friend in the world is a black comedian. He goes, I bet you can name one thing that white people came up with that's catchy that black people like. And I was like, I don't know, man. The N-word's pretty catchy.
And we do like it too. So
now, think about a word that white people created, and it's the one word that black folks don't want to let go. Think about the N-word, and think about that is the word that black folks refuse to let go. Now, black folks create words every day that are in style and go out of style, and they use them and they go away, they fade away. But isn't it funny that the one word that has stayed so strong in the black community is the N-word created by white people?
He's got a point.
Like, my best friend in the world is a black comedian. He goes, I bet you can name one thing that white people came up with that's catchy that black people like. And I was like, I don't know, man. The N-word's pretty catchy.
And we do like it too. So
let's continue. Yeah, a little humor right there. A little humor right there. But let's continue. Where should I go? Where should I go? Here we go.
I saw something that said doctors are to black women
what police are to black men. Just think about that for a minute. Let that sink in. Because that's not just some wild comparison. That's actually reality. We talk a lot about the police brutality, the profiling, the lack of humility, the fact that no matter how compliant you are, they will still see you as a threat. A black man can walk into a traffic stop and never walk out. Likewise, a black woman can walk into a hospital and never walk out either. Black men have to survive a system that was never meant to protect them. Black women have to survive a system that was never meant to believe them.
Now, all these black folks believe what she's saying, and what she's saying is an absolute lie. The reason why black men are in danger with the police 11 times out of 10 is because they are non-compliant and actually dangerous. The reason why black women are dying in the care of medical professionals, which I doubt to the severity that they say, but because black women have the worst health. They have the worst health. Black women lead the nation in obesity. That means you're not healthy. They're doctors, not magicians. You're not healthy, and you've had multiple abortions. You eat poorly. You don't exercise. Your fibroids are messed up, and you put stuff on your head that has chemicals in it. So your body is all toxic. That's why you're dying, black women. It is not because of the doctors and nurses. It's because of your lifestyle. So if you want to live longer, black women, stop eating, get that mess off your head, and go to the gym. And when you leave the gym, don't go out, go home, open that Bible up, and start reading. On Sunday, don't go to brunch. Fast on Sundays. Stay at home, read the Bible. On Saturday, don't go out. Fast and stay at home, read the Bible on Saturday. So, dear black women, if you want to live and survive the medical industry, you need to have a healthier lifestyle. Get that mess off your head. Stop giving your wound to Pookie and Ray Ray and them. Go home, sit down, and be still, and open that Bible up.
They'll tell the police, I can't breathe. They'll tell the doctor, I'm in pain. And in both cases, they get dismissed. Serena Williams almost died giving birth because the doctors didn't take her seriously.
Lies. Black people lie. Lies.
She is one of the most famous women in the world. If she couldn't get the proper care, just imagine the women who don't have the fame, who don't have the money, who don't have the ability to fight back. The same way the police have been conditioned to see black men as dangerous, doctors have been conditioned to believe that black women are over-exaggerating, dramatic, that we can take more pain. How many black women have to die from childbirth? How many?
Stop having abortions. The more abortions you have, the more it increases your maternal mortality rate. Stop having abortions. Give your liver a break. Give your kidneys a break. Give your spleen a break. Give your scalp a break.
Medical complaints have to go ignored before we realize that the white coat is just as deadly as the badge. Different uniform, same disregard.
Black people lie. And I promise you all, don't take my word for it. Just scroll through social media tomorrow and just get some black videos, and I dare you to fact check what's being said in the video. And I guarantee 99% of the content that is being said by black people is a lie. It's a lie. Let's continue. Let's continue.
Black man is God. God is supreme being. And we know a being is something that exists in reality. Something that you can see, touch, and feel and hear. Something you can examine and observe. That's a being.
So there's no God outside of the body, you say?
Now, Cypher, when you talk about God, you talk about man. Because man is the highest form of intelligence. So you got to be supreme. Supreme to mean the most high. So when you deal with man, you're dealing with intelligence. So when you're dealing with the black man, you're dealing with the supreme intelligence, the dominant intelligence. So we're dealing with supreme being, we're dealing with something that's mental and physical. Versus,
how are y'all the supreme being, but your children can't read, write, or do math on grade level? Reading is fundamental. So in my opinion, if you all are supreme beings, the reading should be a no-brainer. Your children cannot read, write, or do math on grade level. How are you all supreme beings? You are talking about being oppressed. How are you a supreme being, but also oppressed?
it starts with the mental because it's dealing with black. Then it starts with the body. The body represents whatever's going on in the mind. It always starts in the mind. So the original black man is God. That's what's saying who God is. God is the black man. The black man is you, God. And the black woman is the earth.
This is what has destroyed black people. Telling black people that they were special, they were gods and all this stuff, it's had a negative effect. It's never yielded a good fruit, ever. It's never produced a good fruit. You want something positive, Paul? I got something positive for you. I got something positive for you.
Get off our streets! Why are you here? You're trying to arrest innocent people? What's your purpose? What's your goal?
Man, how you gonna protest with a latte in your hand? Now listen, this is the most liberal, this is the most white liberal thing I've ever seen in my life. This dude is protesting with a latte in his hand.
Get off our streets! Why are you here? You're trying to arrest innocent people? What's your purpose? What's your goal?
This dude has a latte in his hand protesting. Listen, this is the most libtarded thing I've ever seen in my life. He is protesting with a multi-million-dollar company or a billion-dollar company product in his hand. Fighting against the system. This is a joke. It's a joke.
What's the motive? Why won't you show your face?
Y'all always got all the smoke for the police officers and law enforcement. I wish you had all that smoke for the criminals. Am I watching a free Barabbas type movement? You're mad at the cops for being there, and you don't come at all at night when people are robbing and stealing and murdering people. Are y'all crazy? This is a special kind of stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, that sums it up. But they're not stupid. They're just decadent. They lack character. They lack conviction. Oh, I got another one. I'm going to play this one because Chad mentioned me in this.
Blanchard Robinson is? I do not. So he's out of Atlanta, and he says that black men on average suffer from arrested development.
Most black men have their mother's spirit, come from a single parent household, not fit to lead or be a husband. The black man is weak because the black man is filled with excuses.
Would you agree with that?
Yes, of course you have arrested development when your dad's not in the home to.
I'm gonna start it over. I was just so happy. Anthony Lebronkic, 777. Thank you so much for the super sticker. I really appreciate it. Cruise Missile, thank you so much, sir. Always supporting. Welcome back with the name. Anthony Lebronkic, 777. Thank you again so much. UK the Joker, my boy. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Vintage Goods Willie, feed that ninja Umar some raccoon cookies. Oh, that's a good product, y'all. Coon cookies. Ooh. Hold on. There's a place called Buc-ee's, like Buc-ee's gas station, but they sell like, are they called raccoon treats? Ooh, coon cookies. Coon cookies. Ooh, a cookie a day keeps the bliggities away. Coon cookies. I like that. Coon cookies. Dang. I see a whole marketing campaign. Oh my God. That is a good idea, Vintage Goods Willie. Some coon cookies. I'm talking about a real product of some coon cookies, the real deal. All flavors too, but have different names for them, you know. So if you got the coon, you know, you got to have the Clarence Thomas, no, the Uncle Thomas. What are some flavors with teas? I don't know, some tea flavors. But let the letters, you know, go with the flavor. So if it's I don't know who black folks don't like. We got Uncle Tom, Clarence Thomas. They don't like Candace Owens. No Black Conservative, the BCs. It's a good idea. Coon Cook is a good idea. Willie Doc 40556. Bland, did you ever see the Boondocks episode about Catcher Freeman? It was a great satirical episode that falls right in line with your stream. Yes. Listen, man, the Boondocks was ahead of its time. It really was. Oh, that's a good one. Alpha Zoned. Ooh, Alpha Zone Red. He said Trump derangement syndrome toffee, TDS toffee. Brilliant. Y'all need to give me some names, man. Thank you, Willie Doc. Carmel Wonder. You're absolutely right, Blanche. I got kicked out of a Black women's group on Facebook because I was fact-checking them. Thank you so much, Carmel. And yes, I already know they hate the truth. Black people hate the facts, but they despise the truth. Excellent, though. TDS toffee. Catcher. So Well sugar cookies. Excellent. So Well sugar cookies is excellent. Clarence chocolate chips. Excellent. Listen, y'all. I'm writing this down because y'all playing with me. Y'all are playing. Y'all are playing with me. Y'all say Clarence chocolate chip. So Well sugar cookies. Booker T wafers. Booker T wafers. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Jesse Lee Peterson peanut butter. You know what would be a good idea, you all? To make the cookies like how they do the wrap snacks. We can do the good version like the wrap snacks with the cookies. So you make the cookies like you would do the wrap snacks. MLK duds. Oh my good. Oh no, MLK, he was on that powder. So MLK get them sugar cookies, them powdered donuts, sugar. Oh my goodness. Y'all are hilarious. Booker brownies, Booker T brownies. Conservative crisp. Y'all out of control, man. Y'all remember these because I'm a oh my goodness. Baby for life. The I ain't brown. The I Ain't Brown brownies. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I got the best that Hodge twin marshmallow cream cookies. Yo, I honestly feel like this will blow up. These folks want to get some money though. Uncle Tom's oatmeal cookies. Yes. Ooh, MAGA macadamia nuts. Ooh, the Blanche butter cookies. Oh my goodness. Oh my, listen. Come on, y'all. Listen, don't let me get some money now. I'm dropping these cookies. They're gonna be organic too. They are going to be organic. But let's play this real quick. McCoy, Sellout Strawberry, Uncle Ruckus Raspberry. Thank you so much, McCoy. Great show. We'll have to watch a replay. One love and God bless. Thank you, Mr. Rick Hamstead. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate it. Let's continue.
Do you know who Leonard Robinson is?
I do not.
So he's out of Atlanta, and he says that black men on average suffer from arrested development.
Most black men have their mother's spirit, come from a single parent household, not fit to lead or be a husband. The black man is weak because the black man is filled with excuses.
Would you agree with that?
Yes, of course you have arrested development when your dad's not in the home to develop you. When the woman's taking you to the beauty shop with her while she gets her hair done and your dad's not taking you to the barber shop, you wonder why these guys are all looking like Betty Rubble and
the dreads,
dreads and their hairs up in the buns and all this other stuff, and they're all into getting their hair I went to the barbershop, Leon's barbershop in Indianapolis with my father every other Saturday. That's what we did. I had a father around.
Right.
When you have a mother, you end up sitting in a chair, listening to women gossip and cackle while they're getting their hair done, fingernails done, and all that other stuff.
Listening to them complain about men.
Yes.
So then you get that actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
You get your idea of how you should be as a man from women gossiping in the salon.
Yeah,
I never really thought about that.
My name is Tahoe. I'm a black man from the hood. There were 20 of us on the corner, and none of us had dads. To me, being a man is rooted in patriarchy and misogyny. We don't really know how to define where we're supposed to be, because if you do anything, women judge you.
What do you mean anything?
If I dance a certain way, or if I wear my hair a certain way, if I dress a certain way, they go, real men don't do that. And so you get scared to move a certain way because you don't want to get judged.
Male and female matters. God gives you one of those identities, you take on that role. And now you're responsible for not or for fulfilling that role. There's a masculine crisis because men are not taking responsibilities for the God-given roles that they have in society. When you take away the need to say, God made you this or God made you this, now you don't have to take responsibility for not fulfilling what you were called to do.
When you do that, you also take away other things that somebody else may do. If I have a woman or a partner that wants to take on certain roles and I say, hey, those are my roles that God gave me in society, now I'm suppressing that person. Like at the end of the day, we're all human beings.
Arrested development? Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chad. And yeah, and that's the problem with the black community. No leadership. The Not Black Biscuit Company. Listen, Blanche's Butter Biscuits. Yo. But you know what I could do, though? I could do that on an individual basis. Like approach them with like each signature cookie. Like, you know, like so with Jesse Lee Peterson, Somebody said Jesse Lee pita chips, which is excellent. If it's finished forever, it is finished forever. But excellent Jesse Lee pita chips. And so like I would go to Jesse and present this to him and say he can get so much of the profit. But I think this stuff is just hilarious to me. Candace Owens cornbread poppers. Candace Owens wouldn't want to do it. She wouldn't want to do it. I know that already. But listen, y'all, listen, I love y'all. I thank y'all so much for tuning in today. And I will see you all again on Monday. Hope y'all enjoyed tonight's show. I enjoyed it. I will do part 2 on Monday. She would definitely hate it. Yes, she would. She would. The Diamone said, no accountability, apple turnovers. Listen, I think it would be hilarious because I don't know. I think it would be a good idea. I don't know. I just feel like, on this side of the aisle, oh my goodness. Who said coon bread? Oh my goodness. Who said coon bread? Who said coon bread? That is, Chuck's Commie Cheese. Oh my goodness. I need some investors. I do. Because I'm telling y'all right now, my first product would be coon bread. And yeah, right. And then K-Mac, after I get coon bread, you can get the coon crackling bread. Oh, yeah. And then I will be selling crackers, but they will be actually like crackers. They'd be like white people on it. They'd be like crackers. Oh, my goodness. Vintage Goods Willie said, Oreo Intel Mama San soup. Oreo Intel Mama San soup. I don't know what that is. Hot water coon bread. Fried coon bread. Ooh, Marxist macadamias. Oh my goodness. No, what's the cookie? Marxist. Is it Marcoons? What's them cookies called? Macoons? Marxist mac. y'all. Ooh, the Smollett smoothie. He gonna want some money. Ooh, juicy sorbet. Ooh, juicy sorbet. I can. Yes. I can do that one. Macaroons. Marxist macaroons. I don't know. To me, it's a whole untapped market with this food industry as far as attacking the food industry with political content and commentary. I think it would be just an awesome, I don't know. I think it's a whole separate lane created. But listen, y'all, I love y'all. And chocolate chip on the shoulder. Oh my goodness. Oh, ruckus rice. Ruckus rice. And the beauty of it, it'll be all natural. Alpha's on Red said feminist fudge rounds, pecan pie pralines. My goodness. Ooh, cotton picking candy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Listen, I love y'all, and I will see y'all on Monday. Thank y'all so much. I love y'all. And y'all have a blessed evening. Thank you.